whom we always look up to, and the pull that was created, and even with the cross line diamonds, and when we hear all the talks, it's that pull that makes us want to belong to that club, and that's what actually motivated the most to belong there. And the diamond lifestyle has given us a lot of freedom of choice to do the things when we want to do, how we want to do, and with
And
whom.
you've been full-time for how long now?
I've been full-time now for 20 years.
Yeah, I've been full-time for 16 years. We have the choices,
because of
working
this,
hard in this business.
absolutely. And because of the business, we've been able to travel so many different places. We've done all the fun things, which a lot of you might be thinking and making a list of, and it all happened because of the business and through the business opportunity.
And we've been able to raise children. And Sajjan, Sushma, you can probably add that a little bit after I'm done. For me, all success is rooted in success principles. And I did not learn about success principles anywhere other than this team. And I'm really grateful to Praveen and Madhu Cheda also, and also to Manipal and Renuka. All of them have been a great influence. Is Diamond worth it? If you're sitting here listening to us, absolutely, his journey is worth it. The diamond plaque you see behind Sajjan and Sushma, it says that it's not what you get from it, it's what you become through it. It's this diamond ring. They say a piece of coal becomes a diamond through a lot of pressure, intense pressure over a long period of time. For us, it is what we have become for each other. We are best friends. I want to be the best person every single day because of the journey I've undertaken through this business. Best is yet to come, like Sushma said, right? And we wish you the best. Sajjan, Sushma, let's close out the talk. And I want to hear, why Diamond? If you're here listening to us, can you tell us why somebody should pursue Diamond?
Yeah, I mean, Diamond is a step along the way, but Diamond gives you some choices that you can, it's up to you. For us, when we got into this business, we saw Diamond as a place to be so that we can be part of the inner circle of exemplary people, the names that you mentioned, Sugit and Kajal, Kankan and Samina, Manipal and Kumar and Anjali, Manipal and Renuka Reddy, Madhu Cheda and Kanti and Lata Gala. These are people that we look up to and we wanted to be a part of. We could just close our eyes and imagine hanging out in Hawaii with them, and we would do anything to hear that you did a good job from them. Once we got in and we realized, apart from all the materialistic things like having the choices or having anything else, we also wanted to create. When we looked at this business for the first time, it was a fallback income opportunity for us. That we thought that professionally we're doing well. We were doing well is what we thought. But if in case something happened, we wanted to make sure that this could give us some flexibility, financial flexibility that we could rely on. Right, Sushma? What about you?
Absolutely, absolutely. We also realize, in addition to everything that Saji said, we also realize that we are an example. There are people who might be looking up to us and looking for some hope from us, right? So there are several people on our team who look up to us for an example, and we want to be that example in other people's lives, in our children's lives, because entrepreneurship is learned by being in close proximity with another entrepreneur. And we want to be that for many, many other people to come. And we are so thankful for this opportunity, so thankful to our upline and to the entire BWW team for what they've done for us.
Yeah, in fact, talking about that, the impact on family, when we decided to make the move to go Diamond, our sixth leg is our son. He stood up because he was emotional about the fact that he wanted to be a part of our Diamond ship. Now, we had multiple other legs. We put in 14 new legs that year when we made the decision to go Diamond, right? Now, how many stayed, how many did not stay, I'm not going to get into those numbers. But what that did was that our son saw how much we wanted, how bad we wanted to go Diamond. And he stood up and said, you know what, I have been in the business, I've been playing around with this thing, I'm going to go platinum so that our family can achieve the goal of Diamond ship. And when we were recognized on stage, I was told about this later, that he was bawling. He was crying because he could see, he was happy that we had accomplished something. But that was our journey. And that is what we wanted to do, was also be somebody that people can point out to and be an example for other people so that they can follow in in our footsteps, and not just our team, but the entire Brit team. We used to hang around with other friends of ours in the Emerald Club and Emerald Seating, and we wanted to make sure that we make a move and pull more people with us. And that's our message to all the people who are our friends, who are Emeralds, that if we have done it, we were stuck there for some time, but you can do it too.
Awesome.
We love you guys.
Awesome. Great. We'll close out this amazing chat with you guys. And it's really an honor and privilege. And so we love you guys. Brit team, let's go make it happen. Go Diamond.
Thank you, Nanda and Sangeeta.
Thank you, Sajid, Sushma.
Thank you so much, Sajid and Sushma, for that amazing, amazing talk. And we cannot wait until you reap the benefits and go on to Peter Island and share your stories about that. So moving on up, we have some more movers and shakers. I feel like you guys have been hearing from more movers and shakers in the actual diamonds in the business. That's how much growth this organization is having. But first, let me check this out. Like I said, this whole Brit Worldwide studio is just a museum here. By the way, we do have a Q&A for anybody who wants to text us any takeaways. You could text that number below. Okay, because we want to know exactly what you're taking away from this conference and moving forward. So I do have some movers and shakers who were movers and shakers even before they got in business. As a matter of fact, I have somebody here. You guys might know who this is. This is actually the Dave Taylor. Okay, Dave Taylor, when he got drafted to the Baltimore Colts. Currently, right now, he's an executive diamond in business. And, just to see somebody who went to the league and is in a higher league now, even in this business, and being in the Hall of Fame, I believe, as well. So, as a matter of fact, we have some more NFL players. We actually have somebody here. You guys might know this man, Terry O'Shea. Okay, here, his rookie card in the Chicago Bears, right? And as a matter of fact, we got even one more. Okay, this one's really, really special to me. This is actually Crown in the Business, Paul Miller, his rookie card out in UNC Chapel Hill. Broken all tons of records on the back. I mean, the moment they start off this card, it says Paul Miller, quite simply, was a winner. I mean, just to see exactly where they come from, movers and shakers outside of the business, and now movers and shakers inside this business. So we're ready to hear from some more new rubies and up, as well as sapphires and up as well. So please help me welcome all of the movers and shakers. Here they are.
Hey, Brit team, this is Hitesh Impal coming at you from Atlanta, Georgia, and we're super pumped to share with you guys. Our uplines are Ganesh and Rekha Shinoy, upline double diamonds. And today we're going to talk to you guys about Ditto and VCS. So one of our favorite topics. So Ditto is so vitally important. Ditto is the auto ship shopping program that we leverage on the first day of the month. It is the driver. It is our revenue. It is our income. It is the reason why you'll become wealthy through this opportunity. So it's very important that you focus on Ditto. It's extremely important, huge pillar. So when you get started in business, you need to make a list of your top 100 products. Go to every room in your household. Go to your pantry. Go to your bathrooms, under the sinks, kitchen, right? Anywhere you keep products, and you make a list of the top 100 products. You take that list and then you look for those products on the Amway website. You find those products and you add them to your Ditto profile. Okay, once you add those to your Ditto profile, you don't have to buy all those products at the same time on the same month, but you have the profile and you can select from your profile what you want to process for that month. So you might add some stuff, you might subtract some stuff. So it's very, very versatile, and you can use it. It's an awesome tool that we have. Okay, so this is going to capture your stealth wealth, your anyway money, your retail estate, all the principles that you learn from Household Gold. So we like to look at Ditto like a mortgage mentality versus a supermarket mentality. At a supermarket, you go there, you buy your stuff all throughout the month, but your mortgage, your rent, you pay on the first day of the month. And so when you have that mentality, you create more predictability, and it's your financial blueprint is much, much stronger. All right, so our Ditto, because our Ditto is on the first, is probably over $100,000 of revenue. It's absolutely phenomenal, and we're so happy with that. All right, I'm sure, and you will be too one day. VCS, Verified Customer Sales. For us, it's been a game changer. I mean, we have new IBOs making $200, $300 a month, first month in business. So what you need to do is you need to get involved when you get involved in business, you need to focus on getting 10, 15, 20 customers. That legitimizes your business. You're making the first circle work. And as you make the first circle work, you start to make $200, $300, $400, $500 in your business because of your customer volume. Your belief increases in yourself and in the business, and it's easier for you to share with other folks. and for them to buy into you. And then you can teach them how to do the same thing. And that's where the duplication kicks in. Over to Pyle.
Yeah, your goal is to get your ditto to be as big as you can get it. I always like to use the analogy of constructing a building. If you want to construct a building, your goal is to use the bigger the brick, the faster you can build the business, the building, right? So the same thing here, the bigger your ditto, the faster you can hit your PV goals. Not only that, it's a duplication business. So your team is going to watch what you do. So you have to be the right example when it comes to everything, especially your ditto, because your team will do whatever PV that you do. And so if your goal is to go 7,500 PV, if you personally do 300 PV, then you only need 25 IBOs to go 7,500 PV. But if you do only 100 PV, then you need 75 people to go 7,500 PV. And ditto is comprised of two things: 100% product use and VCS. 100% product use, our goal has always been to convert every single product in our household. And not only that, but also using products that we didn't use before the business. For example, before the business, I didn't take all the vitamins, right? I didn't take hair, skin, and nails, or I didn't take a lot of the pro-workout, pre-workout, post-workout stuff. But because now this is my business, my goal is to try as many products as I can, so that not only am I the best example, but that I can also build product testimony for my customers. Customer volume is a huge component of what we do, and Amway rewards you for having customer sales. You get a higher percentage back for having reported sales. So for Hitesh and I, the way that we acquire our customers is, first of all, we make a list of customers that we want. Our goal is to have 20 customers that we service at any moment. Even if each customer does 10 PV, that's 200 PV every single month coming in. We sample out tons and tons of products, and also utilize the mini catalogs. The mini catalogs are the top 20% of the Amway sales. So, you just got to be creative and solution oriented. So with that, we're done.
Hey BWW team, this is Arjun and Rashi coming at you from Toronto, Canada. And we're proudly sponsored in this business by Yash and Mandeep, who are brand new emeralds, and our diamond uplines are Founders Executive Diamond, TD and Supanadata. See, it has been a great spring leadership, right, Rashi?
Yes.
Right? See, the reason me and Rashi, we are here talking to you is because last year, same time, we were in Q12 qualification, and right now we are qualified sapphires. And we have one downline who's in Founders Platinum qualification. We have 2 brand new Platinum Pluses. We have 1 brand new Ruby, and we have 3 IBO strips in Q12 qualification. And we both believe that it all started with taming our own mindset. When we decided and the team decided to honor the partnership, right, Rashi?
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to honoring the partnership, the number one thing that comes into my mind is integrity. Nobody's going to come and push you to honor the partnership every single day, every month, week by week. It's your responsibility, right? I'll give you an example. It's same like your marriage. If your marriage isn't working, it's your responsibility to fix it. No outsider will come and, force you or push you to, fix your marriage. Right? So it's same. So honoring the partnership is actually the basic and the prerequisite to get success in this business. So first, let's talk about what exactly include in honoring the partnership. So honoring the partnership means you're attending all the association, weekly association, monthly associations, and you're placing day 1 ditto every month. You're doing your core run. Core run includes an audio a day and reading book 15 to 25 minutes a day. And I'll tell you, there will be days that you will be tested. Maybe there is a financial condition going on, and you don't know how to or whether to place your ditto or not, and you're not even communicating that thing with your upline, right? And maybe you don't want to do your core run, or maybe you had a fight with your boss or your spouse, and you just want to show on the association. But I'll tell you, show up. Right? That's where, you got to practice integrity. And when you do that, that's where you build your mental muscle. I'll tell you from my personal experience, if you want, your business to be on the growth mode all the time, if you want your business on the harvest season all the time, do everything with integrity. Do what is required. Don't go by moods, right? We tell our team every time that, I mean, we teach this thing to our team that, before going to bed, just check mark all these four areas, that whether you did your core run, you did something in your retail part, your networking part, and the most important, communication with your upline. For both of us, honoring the partnership also involves communication with your upline everyday basis. Even so, now I'll give you an example. So it's like, even if you are flying the most expensive jet, you have 20,000 hours on your resume, but if you're not in communication with ATC, you're gone. So it's same like if you are a master in volume or maybe launches, but if you're not in communication on daily basis, no, not happening, right? So Arjun and I, we only look for A players, and before that we make sure we both are A players as well. We want to put our A game forward, and with this I'll give it to Arjun.
See, the word honoring, it means that the quality of knowing and doing what is morally right. And for me and Rashi, it really made sense that yes, when our upline is they're guiding us to read a book or listen to that audio streaming or attend those association, it absolutely made sense that yes, they're focusing on us to build ourselves, right? And it's always said that, see, Rome was not built in a day, Rome was built every day. And the Great Wall of China was not built in a day, it was built one brick at a time. And me and Rashi, we decided that we're going to be that one brick which is going to cement to the bigger wall as tight as possible. And with tight, that means united. We wanted to be as aligned to the bigger wall as possible. Alignment means same thought process. And it could only happen when we are honoring the partnership on daily basis. See, it all starts with you. You build yourself, and then the newer version of yourself builds the teams which you desire, right? Everybody wants big teams, they want legs and everything. But it comes back to the level of your self-image, self-belief, and the vision. So that's why building ourselves is very important. And it really made sense. We're like, okay, it would be foolish of us to just skip honoring the partnership.
Yeah.
And that's how we decided that, okay, we're going to be committed in darkening that circle, right? And all your frustrations will start to cleanse when you start putting yourself together by honoring the partnership with your heart. With that, we are done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, BWW team. This is Vinay and Mamta Shetty coming at you from Los Angeles, California. Personally sponsored and mentored by Diamonds Prakash and Smita Hegde. We're super excited to be with you guys. We want to first thank the BWW and Gala leadership for giving us the opportunity to speak this afternoon. We just finished our second month of Sapphire qualification. Our first leg, a 23-year-old gentleman, Oscar Caballero, is in his 9th month of Q12 qualification, part of the Perez team. Our second leg, Amanda Gupta, just finished her second month of Platinum qualification. Excited to end the fiscal year as new Sapphires and move on. But today we're going to talk to you about the Eagle program. So earlier on, we learned from our uplines that if you want to build a successful business, a solid business, you have to have a solid structure, but you have to start with a solid foundation. And that's where the Eagle program comes in. The Amway Corporation has its pins that go all the way from that start at 100 PV, which is 3%, all the way to 25%, which is 7,500 points, which is a brand new silver. And then comes gold, platinum, Q12, sapphire, emerald, diamond, and so on and so forth. And on the same note, there is BWW, our education system, which has the structure pins, and the first one being Eagle. Now, what is Eagle? Eagle is when an IBO has 6 IBOs in width that are honoring the partnership. What does that mean? That means they are creating consistent volume, and they are also educating themselves and growing mentally so that they can succeed as a business owner. Now, how does that help? Well, it helps because it helps our business become profitable, number one. Number two, it makes our business predictable and duplicatable, and it helps us set the right example for our entire team. Now, let me give you guys an example. When we were new, we also learned something. We learned that two IBOs at the same pin level could have different incomes because of the structure of their business. I'll give you guys an example. We did some math and I'm going to quickly share this with you. So here's a scenario. Number one, scenario one. Now both these IBOs are at 4,000 PV and doing personal 500 PV, which is 21%, 4,000. The first IBO, first scenario, he has two legs, one at 2,500 PV and the other one is at 1,000 PV. He's a 4,000 PV, but his check or the income that month is $810. In the other scenario, this IBO is an eagle. He has 6 legs. His first leg is at 1,500, second is at 1,000. He has 3 legs at 300 and 1 at 100. He has a total of 4,000 PV, just like the other IBO. But this IBO clears $1,314 in that month, a difference of over $500. And that's why we studied the Eagle program. I'm going to let Mamta continue real quick.
Thank you. So we realized early on that we need to build our business from a position of strength. When we sponsor people, every person is different personalities, they have different priorities. Some will want to build a business now with a sense of urgency, and there will be others who will want to build it at their own speed. So in order to get 6 HTP legs, we may have to sponsor more than 6. That way, when we work with the now people, helping them solidify and secure their business by building depth. And the best business structure is the one that has a balance of width and depth. But in order to build depth, we need enough width first. So here's back to Vinay.
Something else we're going to end with is we learned that if we have to find IBOs on our team who would honor the partnership, the first person who had to honor the partnership, or the first couple that had to honor the partnership, was us. We had to learn how to do that so we could teach that to other people. The other thing that Mamta talked about is as we built our width, we built depth at the same time. By the time we were eagles, we noticed that our first leg was around 5 or 6 levels deep because we were trying to build profitability for our people who are on our team. We were helping them secure their businesses. So in conclusion, we'll end with this. Learn the Eagle program, study the Eagle program, get Eagle done, and teach and duplicate that in your groups. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hybrid team, we are Mayuresh and Vandana here in Sapphire qualification, part of Manish and Priya's Diamondship. First of all, thank you leadership for giving us this opportunity to speak. We are going to talk about a very significant, sometimes ignored thing, that is your why, your dream. Why we really need to have a dream? Because dream is the fuel in this business to help you keep moving forward. Most of us get started in the business because of money, right? That is the logical decision. But if you don't have that dream, it is really difficult to survive because life is going to hit you. It may hit you. People may challenge you. They may laugh at you. Situations will come. And if you don't have the strong reason to build the business, it is that self-doubt will start creeping in. And it is very easy to get drifted away. But at the same time, you have something strong that you are like your dream or your why. It will be it will direct you in this business. It will give the direction. It will keep you on the track. And at the same time, when building the business, if people say no to you, it won't affect you. You will not feel sorry for yourself. In fact, you will feel sorry for them. Why? Because they are losing that dream. They are losing on the this business opportunity which can fulfill that dream, right? And dream can be anything. Dream can be as small as just like to earn $500 to support your family, or it can be as big as like to buy a mansion or car or anything. It can be emotional dream, to spend time with your kids, your family, your parents. But having that dream is really important. And second important thing is to feed them. Feed it on the regular basis, just as you feed yourself to keep yourself alive, right? In order to keep it alive, when you feed it, and many times it happens, like how we can feed the dream. It is like visualize your dream on the regular basis. Surround yourself with the pictures that you want in your life. Hanging around with leaders. Then reading, listening to the successful stories of all the leaders, how they overcame their challenges to achieve their dreams. It will help you keep motivated and inspired in the business. And when you feed it, you become passionate. And when you become passionate, you will find your dreamers. It is, if you see in the past, it is always dreamers who made the history. Here we are not looking for motivated people or talented people. We are looking for people who have dream. And if you see, it is always dreamer who hire talented person, right? And here is my dreamer.
That was fantastic. Great points here on dream here. There's a power in a dream, guys. I heard from one of the speakers say it from the stage, if you don't wake up to your dreams, you will wake up to the nightmares. And I definitely didn't want to wake up to an alarm clock for the rest of my life. I would rather wake up to my dreams, chasing my dream, because when you wake up to your own dreams, you wake up excited. You have that positive energy in you, and those positive vibes, it brings the spring in your walk. And I wanted to be like that. I wanted to chase my own dreams rather than chasing dream of someone else. As a child, we all had a dream, but somewhere along the way we lost it. We lost it because of daily routine that just gets life out of us. But let's rekindle that dream once again, because we have this business in hand that can really fulfill your dreams here. Let's bring it back to life again. We have learned that in this business, family as one unit can dream together, and they can chase together as one unit, right? And that was so unique about this business. If you are chasing the dream together as a family, that brings a lot of power to you. But here is the catch. Listen to me very carefully. Once you have identified your dreams, you cannot achieve it the way you are. You have to become that person who can achieve those dreams. And that's why this bridge system is so beautifully crafted. It gives you that environment to grow. It gives you an environment to develop into a person that can achieve those dreams. And we learn from the system to dream big. Always have a bodacious dreams, guys. Because if you can achieve something in your own capacity and talent that you really have not got a big dream yet. Because there has to have some scope of miracle to happen in your life. And that's why it is so important to dream big. It doesn't cost you to dream big. It's free. And we have realized that when God has given you a dream, He will take care of your dreams there. You just have to keep that dream alive. Let's bring it to life once again. Let's rekindle that dream once again. And with that, we enjoyed talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mom, Dad, what are we doing today?
We're going on an adventure. Get dressed and grab a can of excess.
Yes!
Where's your sister?
Wake up.
Come on, let's go for a hike.
What's next?
Let's go sailing.
What's next?
Mom, Dad, what's next?
We are done.
Amazing. What an amazing movers and shakers panel so far, guys. We have part 2 coming at you right after this. But before that, I wanted to show something to you guys that I found so cool. So I was walking around and I happened to see the original BWW logo, which was originally a globe, and they were able to condense it into this cute little stuffed animal. Kind of looks like a little M&M. I am definitely taking this with me if I can. And before we do get started, I got some great takeaways and I want to go ahead and share them with you guys. So we actually have from Toronto, Erin and Tanya, you build yourself and the newer version of you will build a team. That's powerful. And then we also have Napur from Indianapolis. He says, don't ask people who are at home how to move forward on the road. Now, that was powerful, guys. I don't think many of you caught that, but whoever sent that in, keep that coming. And then we actually have Levi Adams from Phoenix, Texas. He says, don't judge the day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you sow. That's awesome. And we're going to keep those takeaways coming in. And before we do move forward, we actually do want to bring up part 2 of the Movers and Shakers panel. Here they are, guys.
Hello, BWW team. This is Eric and Nasma coming at you from Maple Grove, Minnesota. We are sponsored by Manda and Lena Sabne, Going Emerald, coach and mentor by the amazing Tanme and Rashmi Sinha, founders Emerald, Going Diamond, and we are part of the amazing Sugit and Kajal Ajmani's organization. We are selected today as we are currently in Sapphire qualification. It is an honor for us to share with you today. Our first organization is requalifying Q12 AML, backed up by gold this month. Vivian, our second organization is going platinum and eagle. And here to Eric.
Yeah, thank you, BWW team. We have the privilege to share with you today our experience building the business using social media to do the DTM. And for social media, we use 3 different platforms. We use LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, before we start doing anything on social media, we focus first on the profile. We have to have a very authentic profile and have unified profile across the board. If you are in 3 or 4, whatever platform, number of platform, they have to be the same, because you cannot be business owner in this platform and something else in the other platform. So we have consistency among for our profile. Second is our team standard. Once we have the profile set up, is our team standard, especially on LinkedIn, to send 100 connections a day. That will allow us to get more reply back. More people will accept our connection, so we can start sending message. Now, before you send any message, the first message we send after we have a profile set up is to compliment something on the profile. We just go through the profile, find out something that is positive that we can appreciate and compliment on them. And by complimenting, that creates curiosity. Because the goal in social media to start the conversation is to create curiosity. And once we create this curiosity on them by complimenting, most people come back and say, have you met before? And I make it fun. Sometimes I just say, oh, we just did. And then we take it from there. We start a conversation like that.
All right. So starting conversation is really, our goal there is to be able to build a relationship, or see if we can build a relationship, see if there is enough interest, see if they are looking or if they are not looking. Now, as we find lookers, now we can actually share with them what is available to them.
At this point, we know now that they are looking. But one thing we experience with social media is because we don't have trust, we don't know each other personally before. So people are sometimes hesitant to go to the next level when you ask them for a contact or whatever. So what we do, most people will come back and say, okay, can you give me more detail? Can you share more information? What is entail? At that point, I just give them 1 or 2 lines, general description of what we do in our business. And then I tell them, okay, I will prefer we discuss detail about the opportunity over the phone. And from there, I just say, here's my phone number. And I ask them, just to make it again fun, do you have a good number where you can be reached? And most people will say, yeah, I do have a good number, with laughter, and then we give them the number and we take it from there.
All right. One thing we do not want to do on social media is spamming. Now, what is spamming is using, pre-written messages and just copying and pasting. Now, remember, our business is relational. We want to build meaningful relationship, so we do not copy, because when we are copying and pasting messages, we really are not paying attention to the response that they are giving us. Okay, social media is a powerful tool that we can all use. Okay, let's be authentic, let's stay consistent, and let's get out there and build big businesses.
Hello, Brit team. Wow, what a phenomenal spring leadership so far. We're definitely learning a lot. We're Parikshit and Naina, blessed to be sponsored in this business by our parents, Q12 Pramod and Ranju, Upline Emeralds, Rajneesh and Raman, Ravi and Usha, and mentored by Founders Emeralds, Diva and Lata, part of EDC's Aruna and Tilaka. By background, I'm a computer engineer and an MBA, and Naina's a CPA. We've been in business for a few years. In fact, we qualified Q12 a couple of years back, but you know what? We couldn't sustain that business and our business fell back. What we learned from our mentors, if your business grows larger than you, soon enough, it's going to fall back to your level of leadership. We really had to reflect on this, go back to the drawing board and focus on the fundamentals, which is growing ourselves. That is where core run is so important. As we started growing ourselves, we started attracting quality team and develop a quality business. Today, we're in our third year of Q12 qualification. Our first leg, Akshansh and Kirti, they came through the process, qualified platinum last year through the pandemic, and now continue to qualify Q12 and beyond. And second leg, Navkaran and Jeevan are in their platinum qualification. So we're excited. Yes, Nana.
Yes, thank you, Parikshit. And thank you to all our uplines and the leadership, for giving us this opportunity to speak on this prestigious BWW stage. We're humbled, we're excited, and, we don't take it lightly. Coming to our first, BWW function a couple of years ago, we were excited. We didn't know why we were excited. But one thing for sure, we fell in love with the quality of people that were speaking on stage. Each and every speaker was bold, told, and sold out to their dream and this BWW team. And at that point, we made a decision. We wanted to be lifers in this business. As we grew in this environment, our dreams began to crystallize and expand. And we realized, the bigger the dream, the bigger the team. But most importantly, it's the quality of the team that will translate your dream into a reality. So we wanted a quality business. We wanted an A-player team. Why? Because A players bring A players. And there are quite a few characteristics that would determine a quality business, a high quality business. Just to name a few, what does your day one ditto look like? What does your VCS look like? What does your team retention look like? And do you have a culture for high growth? Are you multiplying or are you just adding? We realize that people join this business because they like you, but people will stay and grow in this business because they want to be like you. Law of attraction is you attract who you are. And from Divalata, the mantra in the whole organization is OQP, only quality people. But to attract OQP in the team, you need to be high quality yourself. And that's what will distinguish a professional versus an amateur in this business. And if you want a quality team, you have to continuously learn and grow. The team standard is getting 1% better each and every single day. We are surrounded by a team of people who are smarter, sharper, more ambitious than us. And we focus on our leadership skills to be able to lead a team of that caliber and that high standards. And finally, great people want to be part of something great. So having clarity in your vision, that is something that will attract high quality people in your team. So because when you know how you want to live and you share your vision with others, they will be excited to join that vision and share the journey along with you.
Absolutely. So what do you look for in people? Well, quality people doesn't mean just credentials. In fact, we talk about HASH, humble, appreciative, smart, and hungry. And above that, that entrepreneurial spirit, figure it out mindset, no matter what, taking ownership. Those are things we look at. We are the CEOs. So think of this as your board of directors. Who would you want to be sitting on that round table? Right? One thing we're careful about is not to select enthusiasm, but select evidence. And once you have that quality people coming into your business, it's a phenomenal team culture developing. Everybody wants to add value to each other, grows every single day, raise the standards, and most of all, have a lot of fun together. That's phenomenal. In closing, I'd say Amway is a great company. Brit Worldwide is a phenomenal system. Our uplines have all the experience we need to help grow our business. The only question is you. If you focus on growing yourselves, quality team, quality business is there for each and every one of us.
In our journey so far, we've learned something the hard way. Some people join you for a season, but quality people will stay with you for a good reason. And this is all part of business ownership. So own your business so that you can own your dreams.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm sure everybody's having a great time in the conference. We are Balaji and Priya from New Jersey. We are on the line of sponsorship of Founders Emeralds, Baron Lena, and Triple Diamonds, Kumar and Anjali. We are super excited about a lot of growth happening in our organization. We are in our 4th month of our Emerald qualification. Now, as we all know, social distancing is changing the world, and as most of our interactions and relationships rely on digital connections, now is the time to be more active on social media. Now we are tied with Amway Global, which is making all changes from their side and making it easy for us to grow as IBOs. Now, today, Priya and I will talk about some of the basics on how to develop clients using multiple social media platforms. Here's Priya.
Yeah, so let's get some basic foundation right, even before we dive into the retailing aspect of it, right? So there are 2 ways to set your profile. I'm sure most of you know. One is private profile, the other one is public profile. Now, a private profile, otherwise called a closed environment, means that the only people who can specifically, you have invited them, they can see your content. An open environment, which is also a public profile, allows anybody, including people you have not specifically invited, to see your content. That means anybody can see what you post either in their feed or by searching for things like topics or keywords or hashtag. Okay, this is mainly on Instagram I'm talking about. But based on Amway's social media guidelines, we have created a private account that helped us to identify target audience and build followers based on like age or gender or demographic location, lifestyle behavior, and so on and so forth. Now, once when you set up a profile, the most important thing is, you have to learn how to share your products on your platform. And there are some social guidelines, rules that we have. But the best way to perk their interest is by posting some valuable information. For example, what we do is we take a snap or snap a selfie of us using a product or post an upbeat message about how it works, why we love it, and show them how to use it. For example, I post a picture of us holding an Excess Energy drink and say something like, hey, working out from home, I rely on tasty Excess Energy drinks that keeps me going. So because we have a private profile, we include call to action on our post and mention something like, comment below or send me a direct message if you want more information. So these kind of messages, which actually encourages our followers to interact with us, and we also are allowed to include our personal retail website. Now, this helps us to generate product sales with call to action. Now, the other way to do is Amway has gone out of their way to provide excellent content for us to use in our social media. And I highly encourage IBOs to follow hashtags like Artistry US, Nutrilite US, Excess Nation. And this will actually add credibility to your post. But keep in mind, when you're using a public profile, you can only reshare the post from Amway, but you're not allowed to use the PRW, which is your personal retail website. Then the next tool that we extensively use in our team, which has tremendously increased our sales, is in WhatsApp. I'm sure most of you know what is a broadcast list within WhatsApp. A broadcast list is where you can send messages to several of your contacts at once. So when you send a message to the broadcast list, it will be sent to all recipients in the list who have your number saved in their phone. That's very important. So people in our team have several of these broadcast lists, one for preferred customers, one for your friends and family, and the other one is for potential customers. Now, these are people who possibly dropped out of the process for network building, but we have added them to our broadcast list by simply asking, hey, do you want to be part of our current trends and product broadcast list? And most of the people have actually expressed interest and now they are part of it. So we broadcast message weekly once about the latest product and benefits that we could actually offer. But by doing all these strategies, what has happened in our team, on an average, most of the IBOs in our team have at least generated 20 to 30 clients that they service every month. And on an average, their personal volume is also about 600 to 1,000 personal BV.
Good. Just to finish up with some of the do's and don'ts, be relevant and intentional. See, people don't appreciate being bombarded with the join my business, buy from me post. Sure. Social media oftentimes is where friends will talk about the issues, and this may provide you a great platform, excellent opportunity for you to promote your business. Now, be sure to be very tactical in your communication and know your target audience and be very intentional in promoting your products. Now, be credible. If you want to become a trusted source of information on a topic, share your personal comments. The last thing is avoid spamming, because do not post your personal retail website on a public discussion board. Okay, it's against the IBO rule of conduct. With that, we are done. Thank you, BW, for giving us an opportunity to share thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Hey, Brit Gala team. My name is Rohit Kulkarni. I'm from San Jose, California. I have a background in tech, Launched in the partnership by Kshitij and Charu from San Diego. Upline founders, Emeralds, are Rajesh and Ritu Nagpal. Upline Diamonds are Chetan and Vinita Rastogi. Absolutely excited and blessed to be on this call. And it's a tremendous honor and a privilege. Today I have a topic to talk about, which is handling distractions. I got launched in the partnership as a student, and since then, from the beginning till now, there are so many things that I had to handle, and similar to that, you will have to handle as well. So let's talk about that. Talk about what are distractions, how to manage them, and what are the steps you can take to come out of those issues, okay? What are distractions? Distractions are, think about a car. You're driving a car and your tire is flat, or maybe your tire loses traction. What happens? You go up the road. Same thing, distraction is anything that will keep you away from your goals or your dreams, okay? What type of distraction do we have? There are two main types. One type of distraction is something that you can avoid, okay? And the other type is something you cannot avoid. You have to handle, you have to take care of right now. For example, unavoidable distractions. When I was getting launched, I had a broken leg. My GPA was not doing good. Finances were not doing good. They were what? They were unavoidable distractions. I had to take care of them, right? But along the way, you know, you might go through job situation. Maybe finances can be a situation. Maybe there is a health situation. Since last year with COVID, maybe your family has some situation that you might need to take care of those things, right? So those are the things that are unavoidable and you have to handle. But there are, most of the times, people get distracted because of things which are avoidable, okay? For example, let's talk about TV. There's so many people today, they might not be sitting in front of television and watching it, but maybe they're online. Maybe they're spending too much time on Netflix. Maybe they're spending too much time on YouTube. In fact, maybe they're just going on Facebook and then just starting a video, and 3 hours later, they're realizing that they watched 30 videos one after the other. That can be a distraction. You know, social media, that can be a distraction. Too many people spend too much time on Instagram, on Facebook, on so many other media, you know, so many other social apps. Why? Because you just start with one that triggers some thought that brings you to something else. And maybe you are seeing a friend who just is taking a vacation and you look at their life, you think they're perfect. You know, they might just have had a fight before they took the pictures. But guess what? On Facebook or on Instagram or somewhere else, their life is looking so perfect and you get distracted, you know. Maybe unplanned vacations. Maybe if you're in Bay Area, if you're in the tech sector, maybe, you know, stocks, maybe real estate, maybe news, anything that you can avoid. You should, but those are the kind of avoidable distractions a lot of people go through. In fact, even in business, sometimes people have distractions. Someone else growing too fast distracts people. Someone else quitting distracts people. Maybe they have personality issues with someone in their upline or someone in their team. That distracts them. So question is, what can you do to you know, avoid the avoidable distractions or to handle them? Number one thing you can do is identify what your distractions are. I just named a few out there. Maybe for you it is something else. Maybe for you it is kids activities, or maybe for you it is a lot of socializing. I don't know. Figure out, identify your distraction. Number two, see how much time you're spending on the distraction. If you do not know how much time is going there, how are you gonna figure out how to fix it, right? Number three, determine your why. Determine what is your dream. Why did you get launched in the partnership? If you're not sure, or if you're not clear on your why, anything and everything can distract you, okay? Number four, prioritize your tasks. Create to-do lists, put them on a calendar, create reminders, but figure out how to use a smart device really, really smartly, you know? The other thing you can do is whenever you start focusing on building business, you can remember this principle called the Pomodoro principle, where you divide your time into chunks, you know, and for that chunk of your time, you keep all your distractions away, you keep your phone away, and just focus on that task until that task is done. And you know, follow it up with a small break with another you know, another chunk of time, and do it four chunks of time together is called one Pomodoro. So figure out how you can actually focus on the task when you're focusing on business, right? Avoid multitasking. Schedule. In fact, sometimes if you need to take care of some distractions, schedule them in your time, okay? And one last thing I will tell that might really, really help you. is start monitoring what you're thinking. You might not be able to monitor all your thoughts, but you can monitor your feelings. And if your feelings are going wrong, that means somewhere or the other you're distracted. All right. But with that, my time is up. Absolutely excited and fired up to be on this call. We are finishing our Sapphire next month, and we'll be starting our Founders Sapphire qualification in this September. In fact, we are very proud of a couple of folks on our team. There are many, many people coming up, but Samira and Akhila and Chirayu and Prithvi, they're rubies, Q12s, moving on to Sapphire and Emerald. Very proud of them. And again, it's a privilege to be on this call. But with that, back to your host.
leaders, but we're especially excited about these folks because they traveled all the way down here. So to kick it off, I don't know if you know, but we're going to have new Ruby, personal friends of yours and mine. I am very blessed to call them mentees and downlines, but basically family. We have Francisco and Carolina Marte from the Bronx kicking it off, but I can't wait to hear from all of them. So why don't we just bring them on now?
Let's pass it over to them. Francisco and Carolina.
Hello, BWW team. We are Francisco and Carolina Marte from Jersey City, New Jersey. Originally, she's from Dominican Republic. I was born and raised in Harlem. Upline Diamonds, Nick and Stephanie Nowoki, and we're excited to share tonight. We're at the BWW studio. This is so awesome. And the reason why we're chosen to this panel here is because we have 3 Eagle Plus legs. We have we built a Ruby ship outside of a qualified leg that has 3 Q12s, a platinum and a gold. And a big shout out to Joseph Rosario, who's a Q12 double eagle. And thanks to BWW and events like this, it has helped him recover from some small accident he had. But thanks to this environment, it has helped him move forward and recover well and everything. And something about Joseph is that he was a great team player. And when it comes to being a great team player, there's 2 things that comes in place. Number 1 is setting an example. And number 2 is making sure that we always make some great choices every single day. All right, and to keep it simple, one of the greatest choices that we make is our attire, making sure that we're dressed sharp, correct? Make sure we're dressed sharp, making sure that, because at the end of the day, we don't have a storefront. Our storefront is ourselves. So at any event that you may be having with your upline, with your team, make sure that you're always dressed the part. That's one. Another one that we've learned from Kumar and from our upline and Nick and Steph is being accountable, being on time. And on time is being early. Okay? And when it comes to being accountable, is making sure that your word is your bond. And yes, we all get started with different schedules. We all get started in business. We have different things going on. But sooner or later, we have to prioritize our business, our meetings, our event. And in Kumar's humble words, sometimes we just got to figure it out, right? So with that, here's my beautiful wife.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, first of all, thank you so much to the BWW staff. Here we have Lisa Madison. Thank you so much for that. Danny Hill. We have Michaela. We have Josh, Chris, Eric, Kevin. Thank you so much to everybody for everything that you've done. And I guess just to get straight into the topic, some qualities that we've known for somebody to be a good team player. I mean, there's so many that we can talk about, but there's two that really stand out to me. Number one is being able to add value anywhere that you go. To be positive, to serve, to just be like a ray of sunshine to the team. That is a great quality to be a team player. And number two is to add numbers to the team, right? And to build your business and grow and show the team and all the diamonds that have come before us that everything that they've taught us, we can duplicate and grow as well. So with that, I'll hand it back to my husband because he does want to talk more about that. So here you go.
Yeah, you mentioned a great point, right? To bring numbers. Amen. And that's something that's huge as a team player. When I think about a team player, there's defense and offense, right? Imagine playing a sport and it's pure defense, right? Imagine a football game and everyone's defending. Cam would not enjoy that, right? You guys saw Cam earlier here. He wouldn't enjoy that. Imagine basketball and there's no scoring. Everyone's just defending. There's no fun in that. Or even boxing, right? No one's throwing a punch, right? So BWW, our upline, even for us, Nick and Steph, they were our defense. They created the environment for us to help us so we can unlock our potential and go out there and grow. And like she mentioned, bring numbers, which means sponsoring more people, selling more products, making more sales, helping more people, impacting more lives, breaking new pins, hitting new levels in business. And that's how you add to the team and become a great team player. It's to grow big time. So with that, in Malilo's famous words, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're so excited for the next panelist that's coming on up. They are new rubies, Eagle Plus is moving on big time. Help us welcome Cam and Isabel Raja.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Francisco and Carolina, for that amazing talk. My name is Cameron Raja. This is my beautiful wife of 7 months, Isabel Raja, and we are 24 years old from Brooklyn, New York. Personally mentored and coached by Nick and Stephanie Nwoke. I'm going to give it off to my wife. She's going to come at you rapid fire. Here she is.
Absolutely. We are so blessed to be a part of a winning team like Nick and Stephanie's, but it's one thing to be a part of a winning team and another thing to be winning on that team. And for us, personal momentum started with personal growth, because in this business, you don't attract who you are. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. And your business will never, ever surpass your self-image. So you have to learn how to grow yourself and grow your business simultaneously, or else you won't be able to sustain it. And you're going to go through a timeline where you're going to have to work, and you're not going to see any results. So then you're going to work, and you're going to see a glimpse of results. And then you're going to work, and then you're going to see results. And then you're going to get to a point like Nick and Stephanie and the diamonds above where you're going to have results, and you're going to be able to not have to work as much. But, you know, the only people that fail in this business are people who quit, because at the end of the day, people in this business are winners, and winners never quit, and quitters never win. So make sure that you link hands with your upline, understand where you're at in your timeline, and understand that your time is coming. In between that time, stop majoring in the minors, comparing yourself. Your time will come, and stop trying to convince your downline and your crossline that you're building it, and start convincing your upline and yourself that you're building it. Here's Cam, my quarterback.
All right, great job. So let's talk about personal momentum. I think of three reasons as to why you want to have personal momentum. Number one, I think of profitability. No one gets into business because they just want to have a great social team and a great, social club. They get into business to actually be profitable. Now, the way to be profitable in Amway is to launch as many legs as possible. Legs, organizations, teams, all the same lingo. And the moment you become profitable is when you help each one of those legs hit at least 100 points or above, and you receive a percentage. Meaning the more legs you have, the more profitable you are. I come from a traditional business background. My dad got into a construction business. He owns a few other things. He's only in those businesses to be profitable. Now, if it's not profitable, there's no sense in actually continuing to build that business. That's number one. Number two, personal momentum also has to deal with the speed of the group is determined by the speed of the leader. Now, any type of automotive, you look at a train, car, it's not the car pushing the engine, it's the engine that pushes the car. It's the engine that pushes the train carriage, right? When you signed the dotted line to get launched in Amway, congratulations, you became a leader. Now, you may not have a big organization just as of yet, but you are leading yourself, and you have to be the engine of your organization, because only when you move on and when you are launching personals and you are actually building the business on a fast track, only then will your team rise up to your standards, right? And a third thing which is one of my favorites. Third reason you want to have personal momentum is mainly because it keeps you young in the business, right? I love coming around to the webinars. I love coming around to functions, but it's always a much of a more joy when I sit down with a personal candidate or when I launch a personal IBO. Because for me, we got in business for the long haul. We don't want to just be in business to continue having fun, but it's always great to have people coming along with you on the ride. So with that, I like to always say that you don't have to tell your upline you're going diamond. Matter of fact, what you could do is you could show your calendar to your upline and they'll tell you if you're going diamond. So with that, I'd like to bring up the next panelist, one of my great friends in business. His name is Matthew Rubinez, brand new Sapphire in Founders Qualification. I believe he's a great example to not only a lot of the young single men in BRIT Worldwide, but to all IBOs in Amway BRIT Worldwide. So please help me welcome brand new Sapphire, Matthew Rubinez.
Thank you so much, Cam, for that. Anyways, just like you said, Matthew Rubinez from Queens, New York, Upline Diamonds, Nick and Steph Nwoki. And I'm gonna come at you guys rapid fire based on limited time. A lot of us got involved with this business to make something big out of it, right? And not just something big, but something right. Okay, get in the business for the right values, create the right environment, and ultimately the right atmosphere. Okay, you saw many winning teams throughout this weekend. A lot of people that spoke yesterday from pin recognition. You're gonna see more later on after we do finish speaking this evening. But the question you might be asking yourself is, how do I get there? Right? How do I get to that point where I'm winning? Right? You might be by yourself. You might be with the team. You might be, have a large organization, a small organization. But the question that you might be asking yourself is, how do I get to that point where I can be considered a winning individual on a winning team, right? Make a commitment to character, first thing, right? Know that before you preach character, you must model class, right? Something built on strong building blocks never falls under its own foundation, right? Some necessary traits, write this down: humility, work ethic, honesty, integrity, personal responsibility, that's a big one, right? Fairness and a desire to trust in those around you. Be a role model and place conviction above convenience, right? Be a visionary, right? Be able to see something that most people aren't able to see. That's why you got in business for yourself. Be a believer. Empower people by your belief in them, right? Most of the time, as you sponsor and launch people in business, they've never met someone like you, right? They've never met an individual who has so much belief in them that they never even had it themselves. So be that believer and show your belief in other people. Monitor what's going on in your group, okay? From the ditto orders, the process appointments, the registrations, numbers, verified customer sales that are being made. Monitor what's going on, whether you have a big team or whether you're the only person in that team. Build strong relationships upline, downline. People who cultivate strong, winning atmospheres change themselves instead of changing others, right? Be a master of promotion and know how to multitask. Don't be the individual that blames your characteristics or your horoscope on why you can't change, okay? Right? Have a great target, game plan, and counsel. Come early, stay late. When I was new in the business, I never understood that concept, but what I realized as I grew in the business is a lot of the defining moments for me happened when I stayed late. It happened when my upline was just willing to give and willing to teach, willing to pour into others, right? The environment here, right, that we're teaching, it teaches culture, unity, and community, right? The community is uplifting, it's encouraging, it's loving. The room here is unified. The culture is like no other. When it comes to the environments that we do work with, obviously you're in your own business for yourself, right? You're not by yourself. We have the Amway business. Amway has built such a breeding ground for growth, right? For the last 60 years, from the IBOAI to the people who work in Ada, Michigan, to the LGS reps, everyone who works there and who supplies everything, they built that breeding ground for growth. That is a winning team, right? BWW here, where we are at live right now in North Carolina, they have built a breeding team for growth, right? From everyone who works here, who's been helping us this entire time, from Danny Hill, Michaela, Josh, Jason, Chris, Eric, Tim, everyone who's putting all this together, that team has built something that I have never seen before, right? Until coming here live and seeing it in person. So they're all cultivating growth and have a growth orientation, right? Now what has to happen is you, right? If you're not seeing the growth that you want to have, right? Use every, I guess, concept or point or whatever I said throughout this, talk just now and put it into effect and grade yourself on it, right? Individuals win games, teams win championships, right? And understand that. Thank you.
Okay, plot twist. We are actually all in the same room. I have Francisco and Carolina here and Matthew. See, the BWW studio is so state-of-the-art. You think we were in 3 different studios. So you guys having fun so far, Francisco and Carolina?
Oh, yeah, I'm having a blast seeing the BWW studio, all the staff. I mean, incredible experience.
Definitely. And Matthew's here, too.
Amazing time. I can't take you seriously, Cam. It's an amazing, amazing time.
Definitely. So we're ready for some more. You guys ready for some more?
I'm so ready.
There's so much growth happening. We got to hear from some more diamond chips.
coming
some
up.
diamond chips. You guys ready for some diamond chips?
And I know it's Sunday, but like Charlie Durso says in his, oh, excuse me, focus anyways, right?
Focus anyway. That's right. We're back here. So let us help us welcome Diamond Chips. Here they are.
Hit 'em.
Brit team, good afternoon. Sid and Rue coming from our house to yours. I hope you guys are safe. You're safe. Just took my first jab today. The lady says, "Do you have any diseases? Anything I should know about?" I said, "No, nothing." She said, "How come?" She had a whole checklist. Tick, nothing. Because I take Neutralite, folks. This is what we take. This is our everyday routine. Get up in the morning, get a whole chunk of vitamins in your system, ready to face the day. And folks, we've been in this business for over 20 years, and I can tell you, we've never had a disease. We never had to worry about change of season and all of those because we take vitamins. We take a Neutralite. A couple of things we wanted to share with you. Number one, Neutralite's a big part of our Amway business. So you have to know Neutralite so you can use it. If you use it, you believe it, and then you need to know how to sell it. And Amway has tons of videos on the website where you can start using the vitamins, learn about the vitamins, how to sell it, the potency of different vitamins, the benefits, and when you start using it, when you start feeling the benefits, you can start selling it, sharing it. And then what happens? A major chunk of PV of your team comes from vitamins, comes from Neutralite, and that's sustainable volume. All right, that's your dittos that going in with Neutralite with all these vitamins. Your PV's up, and your health is up, folks. We've got vitamins for everything, honestly, that our body needs. We come from India originally. We believe in herbal and organic medicine, and this just goes right in line with Ayurveda and what we learned while we were growing up. So Neutralite is a great way to increase your business, to have a sustainable, profitable business. And if you're new in the business, you can start retailing it. You'll enjoy it because people will just swallow these vitamins, folks. They love it. If you know how to sell it, because you learn through the Amway website, learn through your uplines. And then if you're already in the business, I'm sure you've been through several presentations from your upline, from the system, where you've learned about these vitamins, how to use them, sell them, the benefits of different vitamins. I think it's a community service, folks, when you let people know what we have. And with COVID, vitamin D, which is the best. We've been to the Neutralite California farm, but Roop has way more to share. She knows way more than I do. So, Roop.
Yes, for sure. Hello, Brit team. Happy Sunday. I'm sure you're up or getting up, am I right? And how are we so energetic? It's because we take all these vitamins on a day-to-day basis. Hey, I'm looking at you. You're the newest one around the corner, but don't worry. If you're feeling intimidated, do I have to take all these vitamins? Heck no. Just start with the foundational vitamins, okay? So we did not have any knowledge about having vitamins at all because we come from a background where we were taught, have a balanced diet. That's all. Everything will take care of itself. But after we came into this business, we learned about Neutralite vitamins. Why Neutralite is #1 in the world? What is the reason? Because it was the first ever vitamin which was concocted out of natural plant concentrates back in 1934. All of you guys, you must have known about Carl Rainbow. He was a pioneer actually. And then when Amway came into being after some years, bought over Neutralite. And that's how we know about Neutralite. And Neutralite is only available through Amway. And that's when we hold our head high and we talk to people about immunity and immune health. That's everywhere, all around the world. As I'm speaking, we are praying for all those people who are ailing and who are getting better. And every day I wake up in the morning and I pray to God that, may I influence and empower another life today by recommending the right vitamins for them. And why Neutralite? Because seed to harvest, everything is taken care of by the company itself. So Neutralite Health Institute, as Sid was wonderfully mentioning, we won, I think, a contest or something. And we got to spend 5-6 days there. And that's when I realized a lot of my genes, were not dominant, recessive, but in the process of getting dominant. And then I said, enough is enough. I actually created a lifestyle change for myself and learned what are the Neutralite products good for me and created a transformation. And you guys can go to my Instagram account and look at my before and after picture. I've posted there and I'm very proud of it. Why? because of the biochemical changes it took for me to go through the transformation process, it helped me become a better person, a resilient person, and a determined one at that. And that one transformation, as you say, that the parameters outside the business determine parameters inside the business. And that one transformation gave me the surge and excitement that if I can transform myself in one section of my life, I can definitely transform myself and others and influencing through my example in other aspects of lives as well. And that's so wonderful. So Neutralite is the best, guys, because it is NSF certified. And what is NSF certified? Is whatever you see at the back, the contents, is what it is inside. Another beautiful thing is the NutriLock system. I know you've got lots of things out there, on conversation cards, when you go to Amway Education and all that. But just remember a few bullet points. NutriLock system, phytonutrients, right? And of course, you're talking about seed to harvest, everything is taken control of. So, and then talk about the patents, number of patents we have. So just know about your products, all right? Because knowledge is power. Whatever you know, you have to impart that knowledge with excitement. And that's what Neutralite is all about. Sid?
All right. See you guys soon.
See you.
Hello, Brit team. This is Craig and Carrie coming at you from Madison, Wisconsin, and excited to share with you on a topic that's super important to us, super important in life, and of course, business. And that is not just the ability or the skill, but the art of listening. And so, Carrie, when you hear that word, what are some of the first things that come to your mind when you think about the importance of that and maybe how to execute in a better way?
Yeah, for me, it really comes down to being a learner and really identifying as somebody who's showing up ready to listen and ready to learn. And I think that takes a ton of humility. If you've never built a sizable business before, coming into our environment, you have to be really humble and willing to go into total listening mode. And what was really beneficial for me to think about, especially being young when I started my businesses, is just knowing that I didn't have all the answers and that I had a lot of skill development to grow in and a lot of mindset that I had to change. So not just learning, but unlearning and relearning new methodology and new thinking that was going to apply in these environments and really help me grow at a faster speed if I was willing not to fight it. And I see a lot of people resist listening and resist learning. And it's interesting because you could access the best system or the best coach inside or outside of our industries. But if you're not in listening mode, what difference does it make how great, the people or the systems you have access to if you're not ready to really be humble, be a sponge, and go in ready to learn and apply?
Yeah, and I think there's a misnomer in business that if you're an entrepreneur or even in sales, like you're a good talker, right? And definitely you need to be able to articulate well, but a lot of people mistake talking for communicating. And communicating, actually, the root word is commune, which means that you're in communion with someone. So you're hearing what they're saying and they're hearing what you're saying, and you're connecting. And I think what a lot of people assume is that because they're talking, the other person is listening. And the reality is, if you haven't done a good job of listening on yourself, then a lot of your talking might not be heard because you don't know them, you don't know what they're about, you don't know what's interesting or exciting or what their hot buttons are. And so you're literally just talking and not communicating. And at the same time, the best way to feel value in a relationship is for someone to hear you, right? And so I would encourage everyone, think right now of someone you know who's a really good listener, or who at least did a good job of listening to you in a time when you really needed it. And how did that feel? What kind of deposit did that make in your life? And then now start to think about, like, how can I be that person more often? And so a lot of times if we're running different appointments or meet and greets or even, bringing on customers, the idea is if you can hear them and they feel that you hear them, right? So that can be even just giving people verbal cues, nodding, like agreeing, smiling, like letting them know, saying an oh, I hear you, I get it. Little verbal cues like that can also confirm to them that you're listening. They'll feel more heard, and that can go a long ways in your deposit and then your ability to communicate a message back, whereby creating real influence, leading and driving. So those are just a couple of things that come to the top of my mind in terms of like listening. Carrie, what else? What are maybe some mistakes you see people make that are pretty common?
Yeah, a couple would just be doing way too much action without re-huddling and reconvening with a coach and tapping into, hey, what are some of your suggestions? I know you've done this obstacle course before. What are some pitfalls, things to avoid? How can I actually learn from your mistakes? And going to listening mode in that direction. And the other thing would be not accessing the plethora of education and listening materials and reading materials that we have access to through BWW. I always considered, the audios and the podcasts and the books as like, I'm on an advanced AP track here. I didn't just want to do the minimum. It was, I'm a business owner. How do I really do as much as I possibly can within the bounds of my life and really work in a lot of the education to really collegiate level versus, freshman level. So.
Yeah, I think that one thing to be really mindful of as well is that the more you can listen to other people who've succeeded, the greater chance you have to succeed. And so not only does BWW have a lot of great tools, but Amway also has a lot of great tools on the volume side and product side, making sure you know how to understand the profit sharing, right? So hope that that's helpful for you all, and wishing you the absolute best future. And it's going to be a wonderful, bright summer, and we can't wait to be with you all in future events as we go forward into 2020 and 2021. Godspeed, all your goals.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is AJ and Alka Ori over here. We are so excited to be part of this function and speaking to you. Unfortunately, Alka is not with me. She's getting better. She is overcoming some of the reluctancy after going through what she has gone through. And I know next function she will be with us. But, it reminds me of the times that we got started in this business. As a background, Alka was in banking as an underwriter, and I was executive for one of the pharmaceutical companies. Success was never an issue for us because we knew that you have to pay the full price. But I also understand the fact that achieving success is never easy. Sometimes, you have to realize the fact that success is filled with a lot of rejections, and you have to overcome those rejections. So in order to overcome those rejections, what do you have to do? You have to make your mind tough, be more focused, believe in yourself, and what I didn't realize that when I started this business, we were showing the plans, and our first couple that we sponsored, Bis and Sadika Sandilia, who are emeralds going diamond now. And, we thought, oh, wow, this is going to be phenomenal. We sponsored our first couple, so I think we can, we can get these things going. But who knew that not all five fingers are alike. Not everybody is going to agree with us or agree with our concept or agree with our business. And we had to go through some numbers. We went through like over 150 no's. And that's the first time I learned the definition of no. And that was next one, new opportunity. Okay, finding the new opportunity. And I tell you one thing, I don't know how I went through those numbers, but thank God that Alka, being a tough woman next to me, she's a true winner. Both of us, we basically believed in in what we wanted to achieve. And we also had a tremendous pull from our upline, Shivram and Anjali Kumar, who are triple diamonds, and they set the pace for us. They set the right example, and we saw them succeeding, and we saw our buddies succeeding, our crossline buddies succeeding, and we felt that if they can achieve success, we can achieve success. If they can reach a certain level in the business, we can achieve a certain level in this business. But what type of character or what type of mentality is required? The one thing I learned was never shy of challenges. Life is full of challenges, and you have to learn how to overcome. We recognize the fact that going through 150 no's, yes, was it a challenge? Yes. But you know what? Viewing the challenges as an opportunity rather than obstacles was one thing that I learned in this business. We knew that there are winners out there. We just had to go there and find them. Second thing that I realized that we have to have control on our beliefs, control of your life, on the thoughts, power of spoken word. Because I'll tell you one thing, negative is automatic. It is very natural that when somebody says no, you start feeling that little bit of discouragement. You start thinking, will it really work for you? Will this really work for me? Or will this really work for us? Will our goals be achieved? Because we were going through no's one after another. And then we realized that believe in yourself, speak what you want as if you already have it, and you will get it. And then back it up by action. Because just simply speaking is not the only thing. You have to back it up by action. And we were willing to work hard, and we did, And another thing that we got committed was committed to our actions, committed to our upline. And we knew that our goals were part of their goals also. So we got completely focused on that commitment, having the ability to stick to the activity and control the things that we can control rather than worrying about somebody else's, and see them through to completion. We knew that if we stay steady, it will happen. Bill Bridge said that. All you do is identify your dream and never quit. Put the action in and never quit. Then another thing that we stayed was consistent. No distractions. You can stay steady. You have a goal. But distractions can happen. But how do you overcome those distractions? How do you manage yourself to those distractions? The last thing was having confidence in yourself. And we knew that we had the confidence to achieve what we wanted to achieve. But we had to possess that strong self-belief in our ability to succeed. And we started believing that we will make it happen. Recently I heard Jeff Bezos says that if you have to be successful in life and business, you have to create more than you can consume. So this is your time, our time, and let us make it happen. God bless you. We love you guys.
This is Sajid and Intisar Sayyed calling from Detroit, Michigan. Welcome to the BWW Gala Spring Webinar. So today Intisar and I will share our perspectives on the Verified Customer Sales Program, which is a very exciting program that Amway has launched. It incentivizes IBOs to be able to create more customers and also to help them to retain more customers, especially through customer loyalty programs such as the AmPerks program. Also, it allows IBOs to be able to build their business appropriately and earn more from the better than ever rewards.
Right. So what is the VCS? VCS is Verified Customer Sale. It's the sale to a customer through one of Amway channels, any of Amway channels, one of the 4 Amway channels, which is Amway.com, Amway app, my store, my digital store, and the 41 IBOs, inventory from IBOs. Okay, so, but what it make it a valid VCS? Here you have to have a full name, a customer full name, a unique valid phone number, which is mobile number, of course. And the third one, to have a product description of the products. The fourth is the retail price. If you are selling from your inventory, add 2 more on top of those 4, which is the product should be within 6 months from you purchased it. And the second one, you have to make a receipt, online receipt.
Wonderful. And so let's look at some ways to improve profitability through the VCS program. Number 1 is the Customer Sales Incentive Program, the CSI, which allows IBOs to earn up to 10% on business volume of products purchased by verified customer sales, by verified customers. And also, this is available, of course, to IBOs who are at 9% or below performance bonus level. But if you club this with the 10% retail margin that's available, which is the difference between IBO price and customer price, then an IBO can earn at least 20%, which is great, especially for the new IBOs. The second one is the second way to improve profitability is having the PVBB uplift, which Amway gives you. About 11.11% PVB uplift is given on all verified customer sales, which is a great way to bump up your bracket and hit the next bracket on the performance bonus scale if you're running short, just because of the uplift that comes from the PVBB of the verified customer sales. The third way is the Fast Track program, which is a great program designed by Amway for new IBOs to be able to benefit in any 3 of the first 6 months in their business by collecting a bunch of bonuses, having at least 150 PV of total volume, where a minimum of 50 points or 50 PV comes from verified customer sales. And that's a new incentive for a new IBO. And at the next step, which is called the first step, where the IBO has 2 legs, both observing the same parameters, and then the Balance Sponsor Award is given for the IBO having 3 legs, 3 unique legs observing the same parameters. And these bonuses go anywhere from $50 all the way to $250. And your upline can give you more details on that, but it's a great way to earn all the way up to $800 through the VCS program.
That's really great. But all that is for the new people. What about leaders? What about those who've been in the business for a while? We have even better news for you. There is the Q12 annual incentive. Q12 annual incentive. First, before I start, I want to congratulate every single one of you in Q12 qualification. Many congratulations to you, money and more money on your way. Let's see. This new program is started from March to August. It will be from March all the way to August. It will be calculated by Amway. You will see it right there clear on your dashboard. It is a percentage. And listen to this carefully. Amway will calculate the percentage of VCS that make up your total Ruby value. So this is a percentage of the whole group. A percentage of the group that will help you even to earn more. Let's put the numbers here. Just want to be sure about the numbers. Less than 30%, you will earn $12,000. 30 to 49, you will earn $15,000. 50 to 79%, you'll earn will be $18,000. 80%, bigger money, $21,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of money is there for you on the table by Amway. Amway is going all the way to, even though simple calculation will be done for you, it will be right there clearly displayed on your dashboard. And it is, it will track the sale immediately, okay? It will show the percentage move and change immediately on the spot as you have your VCS. So focus on this, leaders, focus on this part. If you are close to the next bracket, you know what you should do. And go out there, help your team, help new IBOs to reach their goals, okay? Don't think, sometimes we think like I'm not a salesperson and I cannot sell. And so all of us, it's not my strength. But let's think about it. We are not selling. We are sharing. You are adding values. We helping those who need help. So a few things I want you to keep in mind. So first, delete everything about I'm not good, I'm not salesperson. Take it out. Okay? And this is what you should do. Number one, listen carefully to your customer, to your family, to your friends, people at work, your neighbor, anyone and everyone. They will talk, they will share what they need, what they're looking for. So listen carefully. 2, listen carefully. 3, listen carefully. And 4, yes, listen carefully. You're really good. And the 5th one, open your mouth and share and say what they need, how you can, which product will help them to solve their problem. And if you are a new person, just use your upline and your coaches. With that, what you should do to get more customer, we give samples. We give a lot of samples. Remember their birthday, send them some gifts on their birthday, on New Year. Send them some gift on their occasion that they will celebrate. Learn some demos. Have more knowledge about the products. Okay, by using the product. Sometimes you have an IBO who knows everything inside out about the product, but simple question, did you use it? The answer no. No means you lost the sale, you lost the friendship, you lost the relationship, you lost your customer, and you lost the trust. So be careful. Use your product and talk about them. Share it, okay, and add more value. I'm gonna give a lot of tools. Use Amway tools. Use an educational video. There are a lot of videos, a lot of question and answer about each products.
Great, that's awesome. And we just like to use our products and share with the others because we know only 2 kinds of products, one that pay us and one that don't. So we use them, and there are a lot of tools to help IBOs to learn more. Your upline, there are many books available, but We enjoyed sharing with you all. Back to our wonderful host.
Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you so much to all the diamonds who just spoke. We look up to each and every one of you, and we have a very special video from a very special speaker coming up, right, Cam?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a huge honor to serve in the IBOAI. We actually have the chairman of the IBOAI of North America. Here is brand new crown, Vinny Pappalardo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vinny Pappalardo, and I'm the chairman of the IBOAI, and I'm going to talk to you a few minutes about our board, about our business, about the history, and some of the things that I'm so very proud of. And it's been such a blessing and a privilege to be the chairman of the IBOAI, and I've learned so much over these last few years. But I first want to talk to you about how the association was formed and what the principles of our association is and why the association is so important in the running of Amway. First of all, we are the only company that our compensation plan was developed not by the owners of the company, but by the creators of the association, which is at that time the AWA, Amway, American Way Association. All right? So our founders, the Hansons, the Victors, and the Dutts, along with Rich and Jay, created the compensation plan. And they built the association as a cause to help people, to help themselves have a better life. And it was actually an association before there was a company. You joined the association years ago in 1959 for $1. And you had to be approved to get in to then be able to then market the product. So they started the association on 5 principles. That this business was universal. It was universal. It was open to all people. Every person that wanted to be in the business had the opportunity to be in the business. So it was universal. No specialties, no advantages, no disadvantages. You know, we often say we don't care if you're from Yale or jail. It's open to everyone. The second principle is that the business was repeat. It was designed to have products that were used and that needed to be resold every month. So it's a sales opportunity. Repeat. Each month you would get in front of your customers and develop those relationships. Number 3, this business would be good in any economy. It didn't matter what the economic position was, people would always need our products. And it was very well proven, it's very apropos today, that in 2020, with the pandemic, Amway's business volume in North America went up over 9%. Why? Our products are relevant no matter what the situation is, and it's good in any economy. Number 4 is that the business is unlimited. Now, Amway doesn't like us to say that. They don't like us to give the impression that it's unlimited income, but it's unlimited in the sense you can make as much as you're willing to work. And each person comes in with a level playing field. There is no buy-ins or advantage for our business. And then the 5th is free enterprise. It's based on the freedom to enterprise, to develop a business of your own so that you can determine where your family is and what you do. It's really amazing, those 5 principles. And those are the 5 principles that Amway was founded on. Now, let me talk a little bit about the relationship with Amway and the IBOAI. You know, you may have heard these last year or so that the Federal Trade Commission is looking at network marketing companies more and more. And that we're developing a business model that will endure the next 60 years. And we're making changes. You've been hearing a lot about VCS, Verified Customer Sales. And why is that important? Because we're in business for ourselves, and in order for a business to be looked at as a legitimate enterprise, it needs to have products that go to the end user. In other words, people that are outside the network. We are not a self-consumption model. which means that we don't just buy the product for our own personal use. We do three things in Amway. We sell the product, we use the product, and we build teams of people who will do the same thing. But VCS is a very important factor to give the corporation, the Amway Corporation, the data that it needs, so that if the Federal Trade Commission ever comes knocking at our door, we have the data and the policies to show that we are a legitimate sales business and that it's a unique way. And if you look at the 1979 ruling by the Federal Trade Commission, you'll see that Amway was deemed a unique and different way of distributing product into the marketplace. And of course, that ruling came out in 1979. Well, of course, with the internet and times have changed dramatically since then, we still have to be a viable, reasonable, unique way to distribute products to the marketplace. So that's why we are asking you to work diligently to make sales and to have verified customer sales. We expect that you were going to be more profitable, and the Amway Corporation is investing millions and millions of dollars a year in building things like CSI, customer sales incentives, so that a new person who gets in the business will have extra incentives that I didn't have, Dana and I didn't have when we got started. So if you sell a product, they're going to pay you at the 10% level, all right, when you're brand new. So instead of getting 3%, on your performance bonus schedule, they're going to give you 3% plus 7%. When you're at 6%, you're going to get an additional 4% on your customer sales. And when you're at 9%, you'll get an additional percentage. Now, we have something else that we've developed, opportunity messaging. What is opportunity messaging all about? It's about being honest and truthful and being realistic with our portrayal about the income in the business. And that's why maybe you've noticed that the presentations have changed, the sales presentations, the compensation plan. Why? We are not here to get people excited unrealistically. We want people to understand what it takes to be in business for themselves and go out and do the work. So we talk about the first year journey in opportunity messaging. Then we talk about, what is typical in that first year for people to make. And then we go on and say that platinum, and if you hit the platinum level 12 out of 12 months with the added incentives and bonuses, you're going to be at about $53,000 a year. And we kind of stop at that point. We do talk a little bit about leadership bonus because that's important. And it's not that we're not trying to be totally upfront, but there's a lot of things to talk about in compensation, and we're not here to blow smoke. We're here to be honest, truthful, and realistic with what people can do. Because maybe somebody that you talk to only wants to make a couple of $100 a month. Well, they can do that. Maybe because they want to work hard, they have the willingness to work harder and they want to make more money. Well, they can do that. Depending on your commitment and your motivation, you can bring this business to any level of income you want. And I can talk about my personal story when I show the plan. Why? Because it's my personal story. And you can talk about your personal story. So work hard and make your personal story great. The corporation and the IBOAI work hand in hand. I've been on many ad hoc committees this last year and a half as we've developed these new policies and these new standards for the business model. We've had a lot of some, I would say, difficult conversations at times with the corporation. But as I always have learned, and Jody Victor has taught me, it's okay to disagree, but it's not okay to be disagreeable. Folks, we represent ourselves in this business, and I always like to think that we represent ourselves honorably. I want to see you all become successful. And you have the greatest, in my opinion, greatest vehicle in the world. And the IBOAI stands behind you. We are your representative of the field. Any problems you have, we're here to help you, just like your upline. But we work directly with the corporation, negotiating the best deal we can. Now, it's often been explained to me that when you're in a negotiation, there's nine marbles on the table. No one side is going to get all 9 marbles. You have to be willing to give and take. And that's what we have to do, and that's what we do with the IBOAI. And I've learned to listen and look twice as much as I talk. Because yes, my opinion is valuable. Yes, your opinion is valuable, but we need to know where we start from and what we're trying to accomplish. So I often say, when we sit with the company to negotiate a new policy, I ask them, what is the goal? Where do we want to be with this policy? And then what is the reason for it? Now let's come up with some positive solutions so that we can move forward together in the greatest way. And we represent ourselves with dignity and honor, and we are trusting, and we're on the same team because we together will accomplish. The definition of team, the acronym, is together everyone achieves more. And that's what we want to do in the Amway business. We want to be a team. It's Amway and the IBOAIs and your upline, the IBOAI and your upline, working together to give you the best and greatest business opportunity in the world. I hope that helps. It's a pleasure to serve. I wish you the very best. Enjoy this weekend. God bless you and Godspeed. Have a great day.
When they try to steal your dream out there, just get in your car real quick, go show it to somebody else. And remember, SW. Some will, some won't, so what? Now, next thing, I want you to do something for me. I want you to get with your upline, bigger than you, and I want you to draw out a goal system for yourself and say what you really want. When you want your freedom, when you want this, when you want to pay off these bills, identify what you want and identify what you're willing to do it. And then do it. Stay steady on it. I don't care how many no's, I don't care how many situations you have, just stay honest, keep it simple, and keep it duplicatable. Right? And we can really get excited together. Because we will be on the beaches of the world together. That's right. We do it for you because we care, because we know God made you just like me. You want a dream, you want to see it become a reality, and you want to see us live in a better world, in a better country. But to do that, we got to have a better home that we control. Our foundation is our home. Amen? You better believe it. So God bless you. We love you. And the best is yet to come. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Vinny Pappalardo. I mean, one of the things that I truly, truly respect about Vinny is that you can hit a level in business and just coast, relax, enjoy the luxuries of being a diamond, of being a crown. But Vinny is the example of true servitude, to continue serving, to continue giving way after he's accomplished everything he's wanted to. So thank you so much for that, Vinny. That was a very, very special message. But we're going to move on to our last panel of this weekend, actually, right? Yeah. It's been a great, great weekend so far. We have another panel for you, another movers and shakers panel. And, you know, give me the importance of movers and shakers here really quickly. You know, for me, I always loved hearing from the diamonds. I always loved hearing from people who have built significant, massive businesses. But the things that really helped me move forward in business, right, Isabel, was seeing people who were at the same phase as us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, Kim, I think it's so bittersweet right now that we're coming to a close for this weekend because I just want more. I can't believe we're about to introduce the last panel.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're ready. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Last panel of the weekend. Let's do it.
Okay.
Please help me welcome the movers and shakers, Emeralds and Founders Emeralds in qualification. Here they are.
Hi team, we are Bill and Habso, live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Lunch to the business Upline Platinum Uka and Fadimo, Upline Dem Ali and Mecca. Yes, selling products to customers is the foundation Amway business. The more you sell, the more you can earn. My husband will share with you today 2 exciting programs that rewards us as Amway independent business owners and our loyal customers. I want to offer to my amazing husband, Bilal.
All right, well, thank you very much, Hapso. Yes, like my wife said, we are super excited about these 2 programs. And the first one is that rewards the IBOs or independent business owners is the customer sales incentive. All right, so before I go deep into the customer sales incentive, I just want to mention that Amway rewards IBOs, independent business owners, 3 ways. There is the retail margin, there is the co-plan bonuses, and there is discretionary incentives. So one of the discretionary incentive is the customer sales incentive. The customer sales incentive, or what we call CSI, rewards any IBO at or below 9% performance bonus, with up to 10% commission on business volume on all verified customer sales. That is on top of 10% retail margin, which means at least 20% total commission on every single VCS, verified customer sales. What's a verified customer sale? Verified customer sales transactions captured on Amway journals, Amway website, Amway app, or My Shop storefront, or product that you report from your inventory with a customer name, unique phone number, and of course the product, the item, and the customer price, of course. All right, so since the CSI is launched by the Amway Corporation, Amway paid nearly $2 million. That's why our team are focused on CSI, and we are seeing a lot of growth and momentum. You know, that's why my wife and I are super excited about the CSI program. The other program that I want to share with you today, that is also very exciting, my wife and I are super excited about it, is the Amperks. What is the Amperks? The Amperks is the customer reward program. It's created to help grow customer sales and report customer sales and repeat purchases, right? So customers expect their loyalty to be rewarded. So with Amperks, customers earn points for every single dollar they spend on Amway product. The more points they earn, the more they can save. The more they save, the more loyalty they will have. Plus, your customers receive additional benefits like shipping incentives, one-time bonus points, one-time sign-up bonus points, and also additional points. Research shows loyal members purchase up to 60% more. So I don't know about you guys, but my wife and I, we wanted to increase our sales. So this is very exciting opportunity. The other thing about the Amperks is it showcases personalized product recommendation. It provides a risk-free return, risk-free returns to the Amway promise, and it's the best part about it, it's free. So ask your customers to opt in and help them earn rewards today. All right, check Amway resources and talk to your upline to learn more about these exciting programs. I want to thank our illustrious line of sponsorship. Thank you, Abdi and Salma, for coaching and mentoring us in this business. Ali and Maka, our upline diamonds, Sugit and Kajal, Kankan and Samina Prachario, Kumar and Shefram and Anjali Kumar, Manibal and Renuka Reddy, Madhu Cheddar, and of course the legends Kanti and Lata. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Hello BWW team. Welcome to the Gala Spring Webinar. This is Mandar and Leena from Shoreview, Minnesota. We are proudly mentored by Founders Emeralds Going Diamond, Tanmay and Rashmi Sinha, Uplines Founders EDCs, Sugit and Kajal Ajmani, and all the way up to Crowns, Kanti and Lata Gala. We are honored and privileged to be talking to you from the BWW stage. We are excited about the tremendous growth happening in our business. We are happy to be in Emerald qualification. We have our first leg, Eric and Nasmat, in Sapphire qualification, backed up by Q12's Armel Alapini, backed up by Vivian in Platinum qualification. Another leg is Mohammed and Jabin, re-qualifying Q12, backed up by new golds in Platinum qualification, Bala and Priya. And of course, our third leg is our son, Siddharth, new golds in Platinum qualification. Now let's talk about a few things to create growth and mass in the business. After attending the webinar, we have huge belief and want to grow our business on a fast track. We want to create more customers and build a huge team. Our leaders, emeralds and diamonds and above, who have reached there by going through numbers to find the people who are ready to build a business. So what do we do first is to make a list of 100 names so that we can share the opportunity with them. Why 100 names? Bigger the list, bigger the business. Let me give you an example. Just like a farmer who shows the seeds. Some will germinate, some will not, some birds will eat some, and some will grow into crop. Same thing in the business. The more people we talk to about the business, the more chances of finding the people with the right mindset who are ready to build a business. We understand, listening from Bill Britt, that people are predictable in numbers. He said, sponsor 15 to 20 people at your ambition level or above to find the 6 and 7 people who are ready to build a business and 3 or 4 people who are ready to run with you. So, but before I go further, I would like to introduce you to my beautiful wife, Lena, Emerald Gold Diamond in a hurry.
Hello, BWW team. Fantastic nuggets given by Mandar. And as he said, like to build the bigger business, the first and foremost thing that you need is the strong emotional why. Okay, because bigger the dream, bigger the business. And when you have a dream, bigger dreams, facts don't come. You'll not question how many numbers you have to go through to find your winners. For example, the deck of cards, there are 52 cards and only 4 aces. So if your goal is to find those 4 aces, you are ready to turn the pages, right? So we are willing to go through the numbers to find right people for our business team to go diamond. Now, in order to build your foundation, if you have 15 plus meet and greets each month, then you are letting your numbers work on your side, right? So when you have more people in your process, you also have a posture. You're not forcing or convincing anybody for this business. Same thing, if somebody drop out of the process, you will not discourage, right? Now, same thing happens to the creating volume. Now, if you have registering more and more customers on weekly or monthly basis, you will have a predictable VCS, verified customer sales. People in our team who are champions, who are doing 300 PV, 500 PV, 1000 PV personal circle month after month, they have at least 40 to 50 registered customers, right? Now, in the business, when you have more and more legs in the team, you are working from the position of strength. You are not mercy of one specific person who can help you grow your business, right? So you work hard and let your numbers work on your side. As you have more number of legs, it increases your profitability. When you have mass in depth, it creates stability. Now, in any team of 50 to 60 people, you will have 3 to 4 solid IPOs who are duplicators and ready to run with you. What we learn from our appliance is having 9 plus legs and taking it 4 to 5 level deep creates a healthy competition, creates some great momentum in the team. And now the growth becomes contagious, right? This is Mandar.
And thank you, Lena. That was great. And in wrapping up, we are in the business of finding winners. And like Bill Britt used to say, some will, some won't. So what? Somewhere, 6 will. So go through the numbers to find your 6. Thank you.
Well, what a function it has been. I'm pretty sure everybody's learning a lot. We are Nathan and Shalaka from Boston, Massachusetts, launching this business. Our founders Emerald Gold Diamond, Jeetu and Neelam Gowda. We are here to share some excitement and some of our experience about grand opening. I'm pretty sure you've heard this term many times in your life, and you know it's a special occasion to celebrate a new venture, a new beginning of a new business, right? Similar, when a new IPO gets launched in our business, we help them do a grand opening of their new online store. Now we want to talk about it in 3 stages: plan, promote, and prepare. In the planning stages, all you have to understand, the purpose of grand opening is to educate your friends and family about this new venture that you started, talking about your exclusive products that you're looking to market, and the good news is your upline is actually the one presenting and doing all the demos. You don't need to be a product expert to do a grand opening, right? All you have to do is make sure you bring enough audience to that meeting. With our experience, what we learned is better to have multiple of these grand openings where you have 8 to 10 people attending per session, because when there are too many people, it becomes very chaotic. You won't be able to give the undivided attention to the audience, right? You want it to be very interactive, very efficient, where people get a chance to ask questions. Before, when we used to promote these events, there was a lot of limitations around it. Like before the pandemic, we used to do these events live at somebody's home, and it was very, we had to worry about the drive-in distance. We had to worry that people don't have to juggle too many things like babysitting and whatnot. But today, with the virtual grand opening, being in a digital world, it helps us so much that there is no limitation. There is no geographical limitation. People can do this sitting at their home, comfort of their own home, right? I can be in Boston, but we can have people tune in from California, right? And also, when you're promoting this event, you have to be very excited about it. There has to be a genuine excitement in your voice. When you make a phone call to your friend, you call them, let them know that you started this new online venture that you're very excited about, right? Where you've got the exclusive rights to market some product and service. They won't see it in the marketplace. And you're actually inviting only a couple of people to come and experience that, right? In a virtual grand opening setting, right? And you got to say things like that. You're only inviting people that you love and respect. You're only inviting people that whose feedback you value the most, right? And those are the people that you want to bring in for this event, and you want to give them 2 options. Usually we recommend that you at least give them 2 choices: one a weekday, like a week evening kind of thing, or a weekend in the afternoon, right? To talk more about the preparation, Hishalaka.
Yes, preparation is very important, especially when you're doing a grand opening for your downline. We need to prepare so that we can connect and grab the attention of the audience. The first thing is make sure you set up the table properly. Select very few products to display on the table. Do not display too many products and overcrowd the table, because less